Hi, and welcome to the world according to Larry. Today's video is about the Walther PPK. Here is a Walther PPK. This PPK is in stainless steel. The average person knows this gun from the earlier James Bond movies. This PPK is chambered in 380 ACP, which is also known as a 9mm short. When you think of the PPK, you can't help to think about 007, James Bond. I would say that this is the character that brought the PPK into American homes. This is also the gun that Hitler allegedly shot himself with. Let's have a look at this. This is a gun that is heavier than it looks. It is an old gun design. It is made of steel. The only plastic on this gun is the very thin grips. Otherwise, it's solid steel. If you run out of bullets, you could use this as you would a pair of brass knuckles. The gun was designed specifically for concealed carry, and it does that very well. You can literally put this in the front pocket of your pants or your jacket pocket and have a solid grip on it if it hits the fan. You don't even have to dry it. It has a single stack magazine with a capacity of 6. It has a slide mounted left side safety, which is also a decocker, an external hammer, and a magazine release. This gun does not have a slide release, but it does lock back when it's out of ammunition. So when you drive a new magazine in, you're going to have to pull the slide back and release it as if you were cocking it for the first time. It is a double action, single action, and the double action has a substantial weight to it. There's not much room in the trigger guard for a gloved hand. This gun was built by Smith & Wesson in Houlton, Maine. I've been to Houlton, Maine. It is literally the last town in the United States on I-95 before you hit Canada. There's good bear hunting up there. Though there was a recall on PPKs built by Smith & Wesson up in Houlton. The serial numbers are available on the Walther website or just generally online. Apparently some were discharging when the decocker was used. Scary. You can tell if yours has been fixed because they will put a dimple in the beaver tail right here. Now, let me tell you something. The anti-Second Amendment people always talk about the same BS. Gun show loophole, universal background checks, gun registries, etc. All the stuff that if you ever purchased a gun, they would know are already in existence. But my pro-Second Amendment people, just so you know, this gun I bought at a gun store. Sat and waited for the background check, etc. I believe it was used too. It's just a gun, not a computer or a TV. I didn't fill out any warranty card or anything. Then I get a letter in the mail that this is being recalled. Spooky. I put it in a box, bring it to the UPS. 6 weeks later, it's delivered back to me and left in my barn. No signature required. I had to have an 18-year-old plus sign for a lens for my camera, but a gun, nope, just left in my barn. Let's get some measurements. So let's get some measurements. It's about 6 1/4 inches long. At its widest point, one point it is 0.07 inches. The height is 4.5. Now let's measure double action trigger travel. It's a little more than 1/2 inch. Single action trigger travel. 1/8. So hit that wall at 1/8 of an inch. Let's do reset. One-eighth, 2/8. No discernible click. 2/8 of an inch. Double action trigger pull. 11 pounds, oh, 12 pounds. £11, 11 ounces. £11, 13 ounces. Right, I'm not gonna go any further than that because this is a 12-pound. The average is 11 pounds, 13 ounces. So let's try the single action. Single action trigger pull. 3 pounds. Single action trigger pull. 4 pounds, 8 ounces. Single action trigger pull. 4 pounds, 3 ounces. Single action trigger pull. 4 pounds, 8 ounces. So what does it weigh? 1 pound, 5.58 ounces. This gun is rather unique in its takedown. First, as always, remove the magazine. But then what you want to do is pull the trigger guard down and rest it on the frame. Pull the slide all the way back and then comes apart. The barrel is fixed. The recoil spring feels fixed, but it isn't. You can actually pull it off, but unless it's really fouled, you don't actually have to. put it back together is reversing the process. But remember that the hammer has to be cocked back and the trigger guard needs to be resting on the frame. Otherwise you won't be able to put the gun back together again. There you have it. Let's take it out for a spin. What we're going to do now is we're going to fire the PPK, and we're using Federal ammunition, 95 grain, full metal jacket, a round nose. Historically, this is the kind of ammunition this gun likes. It does have feeding issues with some high power hollow points. So you'll notice I'm older, and I have some reading glasses underneath here. For you older guys, try this out, because at this age I need reading glasses. Without reading glasses, I can't see the front sight. With reading glasses, I can't see the target. But I have 1.25s on, so it's just it's a blend between the blurs. But now I can see the front sight. If you're having trouble as you get a little older and shooting, think about this. It looks stupid, but let's take it from here. And these are Peltor Tactical Classics. These are awesome. If you've never had them before, basically there's a microphone in here that shuts it off. It compresses the sound when the gunfire goes off, so you can have conversations, hear everything that's going on. And in fact, I bought these for hunting. It actually increases the sound, so you literally can be in a tree stand 30 feet up and hear a mouse walking in the leaves. So I highly recommend these. With this gun, there's no slide release. You have to cock it when you change. You have to rack the slide when you change magazines. .380. It's also known as the 9mm short. Took a couple off the skull. That's what you get for shooting in a booth. It's worse when that hot one goes down the crawl. there you have it. Walther PPK, 380, 95 grain full metal jacket from Federal, full box, no jams. Now remember, this gun is designed for up close and personal. This isn't going to win me any target matches, but might win in other situations. That was 25 feet. It's a very short barrel, very small gun, but I like to carry it. Now remember, this gun was designed for concealed carry almost 100 years ago. For detectives, plainclothes policemen, it's a small gun with a small cartridge. It was not designed for gunfights, but for the up-close personal encounters like when you are handcuffing someone. I grew up in Massachusetts where you're not allowed to defend yourself if escape is a possible option. Believe it or not. Where if a person you defended yourself against does not have muzzle burns, then you may have had the opportunity to escape. It gives a mindset when you're considering a concealed carry piece, and a PPK perfectly suits that mindset. You've been experiencing The World According to Larry, and I'm Larry, and this is the world I live in. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like it, share it. I would love to hear your comments, and I would appreciate it if you subscribe. And until then, I'm in my world.